Hey everyone, I'm going to walk you through the week 1 activity, which is a proposal for project 1. And I've included the instructions again from project 1 here for your convenience. You're explaining the effects of a problem in the field of transportation and providing a practical solution to the problem. All right, that's your overall project. First thing you're going to do, and the major thing you're going to do, is prepare an informal proposal for me. We don't have really time for a major, in-depth, formal proposal, but I need some idea of where you're going so that I can make sure you're on the right track and we don't have to worry about doing revisions because you were, way off base. This would be better provided for me in terms of a numbered or bulleted list rather than in a paragraph where I have to read through the paragraph and see if I can find all 6 of these items. If you prefer to do this as a PowerPoint with each item on a different slide, that's fine as well. So the first thing you're going to do is explain the problem as you understand it right now, so without having to do research. If you have time and want to start researching the problem, you certainly may. But is this a problem you know a lot about and need to know more? Is this something you've already studied in another class or maybe have experienced yourself? Either way, what's the problem as you understand it at this moment? Can you identify at least one effect of that problem? So the problem causes what? What are some of the effects of the problem? We're looking for one specifically, but if you want to list more and get a head start on your research, then you certainly can do that as well. You're going to be looking for 2 sources, academic sources for this proposal. All right. The first one should either discuss your problem, so finding either an article on ProQuest or a website that explains the problem, or an article that has some kind of support of your effect, right? Maybe some information more about the effect. Again, either from an article on ProQuest or an article on a reputable website, right? Not like ask.com or something, but a website that someone in your field might look at, a government website, something like that. Supply a citation for both of these sources. We'll talk later next week about how to put a citation together in APA, but right now just make sure you do the best you can, particularly with a website source, and we'll talk more about those later. But there just needs to be something besides a URL. A URL is not a citation, okay? You're going to move on then to a counterclaim. Right, someone else's point of view. We talked about counterclaims in this week 1 lecture material. One counterclaim to either your problem or the effect that you've listed here in number 2. All right, so someone else's view about the problem or someone else's view about the particular effect that you've identified. Again, try and find a source that supports that counterclaim. Not dismantles it, but actually supports it. Same as above, either an article or a website, and cite it to the best of your ability. And finally, what is your essay claim? And this may change a little bit next week as you're working on your research, but right now, your essay claim should include the problem and explain what the solution is, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're explaining the effects of a problem and providing a practical solution. So, such and such is a problem and the solution is kind of a statement, right? Please avoid, and I don't have it here, but I'll keep pointing it out to you. Please avoid first person as much as possible, right? This is a little more formal, so we don't need you saying I think, I feel, in my opinion, that sort of thing. So I'll keep reminding you about that as we go. So that's the first thing you're going to do is put together this informal proposal. You're going to take that proposal in whatever format you did. You saved it as a Word document or as a PowerPoint, however you're going to do it, and post that document to the discussion board forum for week 1. That link will be right above the instructions here. So sometimes we will post things to discussion board where we'll have some maybe discussion going back and forth. For our purposes this time, it's just sort of useful to see what other people have posted. In addition to posting, you're actually going to reply to one person's proposal posting. So read one other classmate's posting and ask them a question. right? Either from a devil advocate's point of view, right? Well, what about such and such? Or just a general question that might help them think, oh, wow, I should probably take, I should probably take that into account as I'm writing my essay. So just in general, a question. We don't need anything like, good proposal, nice job. We're not looking for that here. We're looking for an actual question, okay? So prepare a proposal, post it to the discussion board, and reply to someone's posting. That's due Sunday, October 15th. That's this upcoming Sunday. You don't have a lot of time to spend on this, but you'll have till Wednesday to get that completed and posted. All right. You can certainly submit it after Wednesday, but you will only get half credit for your up to half. Well, half is as much as you can get. Right. This is a 100-point assignment. The highest you could get, even if it's perfect, is a 50. So keep that in mind. The grace period there give you a couple extra days. I will accept late work, but there is a penalty attached. So let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you've gone through all the lecture material first before you do this. But if you still have questions after that, please let me know, and I'm happy to help.